What is the crack, people? We are back. B2B Sports episode 3 of season 3. Sam is here, as always.
Always.
Slightly less Wi-Fi issues this week. It's working a little bit better. We've actually been able to get camera working.
It's on the rise. Got a bit better set up today, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. It might drop out, might not.
But yeah, we'll see what the crack is. I've actually got an on-air sign behind me that my girlfriend bought me for Christmas. And I just randomly put it up for balance. So let's have it. Let's go. Let's football, mate. Let's jump into a little bit of a Premier League recap because there was, I don't know, like 4 or 5 games on at the weekend.
Not many at all. Obviously, some postponed because of the funeral for some reason.
Yeah.
Not really why. Mainly the big teams didn't play except from City.
And they still look good, don't they? Haaland,
yeah,
he's an robot, mate.
Honestly, I don't understand how Luke doesn't have him in his fantasy team.
Why?
Is it Luke? I think it's Luke. But yeah, I don't. How he's going to be scoring every single week.
11 goals. 11 goals we've got already
in 7 games.
Harry Kane's on about 6. I think he's second in the Golden Boot race. So it's a joke, mate. Absolute joke. Arsenal look good as well. 3-0 win.
Yeah, not too bad. Jesus scoring. Yeah, they look pretty good. I think they're well being top of the league. I do think they've had a bit of an easier run for the first 7 games of the season. They've obviously played us, which you would think would be an easy game, but we came away with a win there, and that was probably their first big test. So I don't see them keeping up with all these wins and top of the table. I think City will overtake them, but yeah, they're doing very well. The games they need to win, they're winning. So
yeah, I think I agree. I think they've had an easy run. I know. You said it. Premier League is, not every game's easy. Every game is difficult. But yeah, in terms of schedule, they have had probably the easier one of the top 6. But they have handled injuries well. Odegaard's been out, and they had that new Brazilian geezer that just came in and scored a 25-yard screamer into the bottom corner. So yeah, I'll take that. But yeah, and also I'd take Saliba. Cheers, mate, for your header, because I've got him on a fantasy team and he bagged me some serious.
I did surprisingly well in fantasy. I didn't make any changes for this weekend.
Yeah, you had 0 6 or 7 players playing.
Well, I made changes, but a week before that I knew that games were being called off. So I already made the changes, so I couldn't do anything about it. And then I only had 7 players playing, but still managed to get 48 or something points. So I'm happy with that.
Not bad. I had a pretty good week for the first time in a few weeks. I made my 2 free transfers and I got 74 points, I think it was. So, which was pretty good. I think quite a lot of people had relatively high scoring weeks. I don't think there was anyone below 40 really this week. But our league's bunched up a bit. I think Luke put in our group chat that he's like, I think there's 35 points between all 4 of us.
It's close. It is close. I lost the number 1 spot, but mostly because I didn't get many. I only had 7 players playing, but I'll be taking it back soon enough.
Yeah, Ben, to be fair, has got first, so fair play to him. But it's a long season, so.
So United City this weekend. So
this weekend is it?
Well, this next. Oh no, it's international, isn't it?
International. Yeah, sorry.
The next game is United City.
Huge game. United always seem to turn up against City. Well, they did in the Ole Solskjaer era.
Yeah, Ole. It was fine. We won. I don't understand that, but we won almost every time we played them.
I mean, if Martinez pockets Haaland, then people can start, really bigging him up. But if he's got a big task to try and stop him.
I hope he does, but yeah, that's going to be some task. That
I saw a little clip of Haaland when he was playing against Wolves, and he was making a run through for Kevin De Bruyne or someone to play a through ball through to him, and he literally just like shoved someone out of the way,
Yeah.
like put 2 hands on his back and just get out of the way. And yeah, I feel like it'd be quite funny if he's up against 5'8" Martinez, but
yeah, be an interesting battle. But I mean, he did quite well against him in the. I think they played against each other in Champions League.
yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Martinez did pretty well. I mean, it's annoying, but I quite like Haaland. He's quite nice. He's quite a cool character, and the fact that he's come to the Premier League and he's absolutely destroying it. Yes, it's City, but still, he's. I haven't really seen a striker do this for a very long time.
You see him just strolling about this town, the city centre. Just I think
Yeah,
filming him. And he just
they're saying you're on the wrong side of Manchester. He was like, they all love me, and he just kept walking. Like,
yeah,
that's,
I like him a lot actually. So, also, did you see the Spurs Leicester result? That was pretty mad.
absolutely mad. I mean, Leicester had probably one of their best halves of football they've had in a while.
Was it 2 going into half time?
Yeah, and then Spurs just brought Son on, and he went ham.
Did it? What is it like? Hat trick in what? 15 minutes?
13 minutes.
13
Yeah,
minutes, something like that. Unreal.
disgusting,
And
bit.
now finishes as well, mate. Left foot,
Yeah.
right foot, can do anything. Would you say that Danny Ward could have done better though? He's looking like prime Kepa back in the day with
Yeah,
not saving anything.
he's not doing great. I mean, he's been given like quite a good opportunity to prove himself, seeing as they just got rid of Schmeichel. But in doing that, like getting rid of Schmeichel, he was arguably one of the best keepers in the league.
Mm.
And he's not. Danny Ward's not really lived up to the hype.
That was such a strange decision though, because Schmeichel's departure was, like, if I can remember, that was quite late on in the
Really
transfer.
late.
And then
Really.
Danny Ward's always been a backup keeper, so unless they saw something that we didn't, or unless they just didn't sign a keeper in time, like I don't know, it just seems weird to me.
I think it goes in with what Leicester have done the whole summer is they just didn't really want to buy anyone. They like I don't know if that's Brendan Rodgers' fault. He seemed to be in the frame of mind that he wasn't being supported. So was that Leicester's? Like Leicester just they weren't giving him the backing for any of the signings that he wanted, and they haven't got anyone, and they've let people go, and it's not working at all.
Fafana let go. They were flirting with letting go Tielemans and Maddison as well. So I don't know what their strategy was there, but it didn't seem to.
Because they got a lot of money for Fafana, and they have to get somebody in January.
For sure.
Otherwise, I don't see them staying up. I don't even see them winning at this point.
No. Also, shout out Fulham. Was it 1-0 down at Nottingham Forest, and then they came back to win 2-3 without a Mitrovic goal either. So
yeah,
fair play. And then Willian got an assist. Oh, you forgot he signed for Fulham. He's from Chelsea to Arsenal to Fulham. He's just going down the London clubs. What's next?
Very weird trajectory for Willian. Especially when he got what did he get? Like 4 assists on his debut for Arsenal. Well,
something crazy, something crazy like that.
But yeah, no, he's not really lived up to the hype either. But Fulham are doing pretty well, surprisingly.
Yeah,
I definitely see them staying up. I
mean, if you look at the league table, a lot of the teams that you expected to be rock bottom have picked up and got points. I mean, if you look at the table now, Leicester's bottom with 1 point. So
it makes sense for a Leicester team that recently won the FA Cup.
Yeah, man. Strange.
But it seems very odd. Their kind of fall from grace has been extremely quick. I know obviously they won the league, but then they were up there for a while. They were in the top 10.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But yeah, now they haven't even won a game, and they're really struggling.
Also, shout out to the Arsenal youngster, was it Nathan something, but he came on. He was like the youngest Premier League player ever, 15 years old in like 100 odd days or something ridiculous. But he's mad. I mean,
that's wrong.
Unpopular opinion, but everyone was raving about him coming on, making his debut, the youngest ever. But he came on the 90th minute, and I don't actually think he got touched the ball. So.
Honestly, exactly. I don't understand. It's not a debut. It's not a debut unless you played 10 minutes at least.
Is that your
and
rule?
At least get 5 touches. I think that should be the rule.
Okay.
Because otherwise, it's just an appearance. Like he was in the stadium. They were basically playing with 10 men if he didn't get a touch.
Yeah. And
also, like, why are you why is a 15-year-old playing? What is the reason? Like, obviously he's a really good footballer, but he's playing against like 34-year-olds. It's like Sunday League. It's like Sunday League, but the Sunday League teams you're playing are Premier League standard. So these 34-year-olds are the best footballers in the world.
Yeah,
like, he's going to get bodied as a 15-year-old. He's not, because he's not huge. He's not like a Lukaku 15-year-old.
No, which is a different breed of 15-year-old.
So I don't really understand why they brought him on.
Obviously, I get that there was a gap in that squad with Odegaard being out, and there was a gap in that squad. But yeah, for me, it just seems a bit of a pointless. You were 3-0 up. There was no need to time waste. Were they away from home as well? I thought they might have been away from home, which again, he doesn't get the the Arsenal crowd giving him off. It just seemed it was a little bit strange, but fair play to the lad. I can't.
If I was asked to play, I would. I'm not. I don't think there's any slight on him. He's taken his opportunity by the scruff of the neck, and I think that's great. I just think it's a very weird call for Arsenal to bring on a 15-year-old.
Yeah, strange.
Yeah.
Did you see Monza?
I saw bits of it again. I don't know any why.
Yeah, they beat Juventus, so they've got their first ever Serie A win, and they beat Juve 1-0. So again, mate, I was looking for this podcast. I was looking at Serie A, mate. Serie A is the league to watch right now. Juve at 8th, so you got Milan, AC Milan 5th, Roma 6th, Inter 7th, Juventus 8th. There's 7 points that separate 1st and 9th. You've got Atalanta that are up there. I think they're 2nd. I think you've got Napoli top. And then you've got Jose Mourinho getting sent off yet again.
Always.
Mate, he's prime pantomime villain. Like, he's literally... I watched some clips of the Roma game, and mate, I don't know what he was doing. He was like, I think Roma were like, Roma had a shout at a penalty, and he comes storming onto the pitch, throwing his hands up in the air, going mental, and he had to be like calm down, like told to get off, and got another red card. But I don't know how many red cards he's got now. But bro,
too many.
He needs to calm down.
That's what he wants. It's just so passionate in Italy and in Rome. He just has to.
Just needs to chill out though, because again, there's this argument for Jose that he makes it the Jose show. Like his team are 1-0 down against Udinese, I think it was. But he takes away the emphasis of the players and the game, and puts it on him, and he does it time and time again. Like I don't know why he needs to do that, but
no. But I suppose sometimes if the game's not going too well, and the players might need like a break from, I don't know. He kind of takes the emphasis off the players.
True that.
Help them, but yeah, it's odd that he's had to be sent off so many times. But he's just prime entertainment. I think he's great.
Yeah, and also shout out Dybala and Tammy Abraham. I think they're linking up quite well. And I like them as a duo, to be fair. We've got a little bit of a segment here because international break at the minute. We've got England playing Italy and Germany, I think, this week.
I have no idea. I don't understand. International breaks just annoy me.
Yeah, the international break with, usually we don't film an international break, but we just thought we'd get back into the swing of things, I guess. But
Yeah, we did such a massive break over the summer.
We thought that because pretty much all of the World Cup kits, I think, have been released, we thought we'd
at least the home ones, I think.
yeah,
Maybe not all the.
yeah, we thought we'd go through each group and rank our pretty much favorite kit and maybe least favorite if you got one. I definitely have a favorite kit that stands out to me by far of all of them, but I'll let you know what that is when we go through it. Right, first group is Group A, obviously.
Group A. Yeah.
Qatar.
See, I think Qatar's one is their home kit is a bit boring.
Yeah.
But I really like their away kit.
Yeah, it's a nice colour, that away kit. It's kind of like I don't know what you call it, like a creamy kind of colour, and it almost looks like it's barbed wire. I'm not gonna lie, as I've zoomed in, it looks like barbed wire, like pattern in there.
About that now with their the regime they have in Qatar, but yeah, it's a bold choice. Not gonna lie. But no, I quite like the color and the design. To be fair,
yeah. To be fair,
I think that home one I think is a bit boring, and I'm 100% against emblems in the center of a shirt.
Are you?
I don't like it. I don't know why.
Yeah, I much prefer the away kit than the home. I mean, the home, to be fair, give it its due. I like the sleeves. I like the little jaggedy bits.
You're like a giant sleeve.
That adds a little bit to it, makes it not so bland. But yeah, all right. Start to Group A. Ecuador.
I'm liking this kit.
This is saucy, mate.
This is a beautiful yellow. That is almost like a gold yellow. And yeah, the badge is beautiful. Don't even mind that it's like made by Marathon. Like that's fine. But that's like a tire print. Yeah, everything about it is delightful.
I looked at that and I was like, Marathon. What kit make is like that? Like, where's that come from?
But it's yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, I agree. Top kit. I prefer the away kit than the yellow. To me, before I'm in an iron about whether to do top three or bottom three, but if we are still doing that, I would put Ecuador's kit in my top three kits. I think it was.
Blue one.
Yeah, the blue one, the away one. Yeah, I mean, it looks sick. Kind of looks tribal almost, and I just love the pattern. Love the pattern.
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
I agree.
What is next? Senegal.
Oh, I'm confused by this one. I think their home kit is fine. Not it looks a bit like they've just thrown an emblem onto the top of their shirt and then left it at that. Their flag, but yeah, I think that's fine. Nothing wrong with it. Their away kit, I can't decide whether I like it or not. Because when I originally look at it, I'm like, that's nice. I like the color.
Yeah.
And then, it's got the box thing that if you look at it too quickly, you have no idea it has the first three letters of Senegal in it. It just looks like a box.
That's very true. And I've got I agree, mate. Puma's kits, there's a few kits that are like this that have got a box. What's still this box thing about? I don't get it.
I don't know whether in person, the SEN or whatever, is going to be a bit more prominent. But yeah, it looks odd, and it looks too far. It looks like an emblem that should be just like smaller and where the country flag would normally go. Yeah, I find it very odd.
Yeah, me too. I rate the home kit more than the away, just purely because I don't really know what's going on with the box. But yeah, Netherlands. Now, Netherlands. Some might know what I'm about to say here, but
Ollie, yeah, I feel like you're not going to like this one.
I don't like orange, and that is the grimmest orange I have ever seen in my life, mate. I did again bottom three. This was bottom by far. What is that? And it
Really?
looks like it's like a velvety kind of material. I don't know, obviously, if it comes across that when you put it
Yeah.
on, but it almost looks velvety. But mate, get in the bin. That's what I say to that.
I mean, orange is my favorite color, but it is hard to. It's not. I don't think it's the worst kit. It is an odd choice for an orange kit. The design is a bit weird. Yeah, it's hard to defend that really.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, their away kit just is boring.
Yeah, it's all right. It's just meh. Just all right.
Just a kit you design on your computer that you haven't actually done anything to yet.
Group
Uh,
B, England. What are you saying? Finally.
I need to see it on, I think,
Mm.
but I'm not loving it. That the home kit, I think the away kit's much better. I like a collar.
Yeah, I think the away kit they've gone for the blue and red. They've gone for like almost like retro kind of vibes, like Gascoigne sort of era kind of vibes. But to me, that home kit screams Fabio Capello era. It screams horrendous. It screams losing to Iceland. It's I don't know, just that horrendous era of like how Capello and Roy Hodgson. I don't know, just awful. Not for me.
I don't. I'm not with it. I don't think yet. I mean, I think the design of the colors, kind of going from dark blue to light blue, would have been really nice. Just not the way they've done it.
No, no, not a fan. Iran. What are you saying about Iran?
I quite like this one. I quite like the kind of swoop from red into green. Um, I think I prefer the red away kit rather than the white one.
I'm not a fan. It's just copy and paste, home and away.
Hmm.
It's exactly the same. It's all right.
Did you expect more from Iran?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, you've had all this time to make a kit, 4 years, and that's what you produced.
I mean, they didn't qualify 4 years ago.
Oh, true, true. You've had even longer.
But I think the next kits, USA, have almost the two worst kits going.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Deep dive into why these two are so bad. Then what are you saying?
The home kit, the white,
Mm,
looks like an ice hockey jersey and is just incredibly boring.
yeah.
I mean, only now when I'm thinking about it, it looks like it could be a New England Patriots shirt.
Yeah. It's fair. I don't know why you rate it. I don't know why
Exactly. As I said that, I was like, actually, it looks. But I think the design is bad. The colors are good. The design is bad, and then their away kit is just. I don't know what it is.
Bro,
It's horrible.
what is that? That is literally they've just gone a gun camo. That's it. And it is really reminding me of the NFL logo. It just is because the blue and red. And again, it's that theme of the logo being in the middle for you, isn't it?
Yeah, just not a fan.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair,
The white needs to be in the middle.
yeah, I agree. They're not great. Wales, I don't mind the Wales home kit. And away kit's probably better. Again, I like what's on the
Yeah, I think they've done quite well.
And I like also one thing to mention about the Adidas kits. I like that it's literally just the 3 stripes.
Hmm.
That's it. I don't know why. It just looks sick to me.
Yeah, I think they're really good.
Group C, Argentina. Flavor.
These are some sexy kits.
This is a bit spicy. Obviously you got classic home kit.
Yep.
Again, Adidas. I like the black 3 stripes on the Adidas logo there. The away kit is pretty sexy. I can't
literally flames.
Yeah, flames.
I think that's such a nice kit. something that's different. Even the design around the flames, like the actual design on the shirts, like the stripes and stuff, is really nice. And yeah, the color. I think Argentina quite regularly do nice kits, and I think they've done well here again.
That's a 9 out of 10 for me. That's pretty good. I rate that.
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia. What are you saying?
It's different. It's certainly different. I think again I prefer their away to their home. The home one is just a bit of a eyesore, I think.
The home one. Do you know what they've tried to do? They've tried to replicate Nigeria.
Yeah.
And they fell short.
But a nightmare. Yeah, I think it's fine. I don't think I hate it, but I don't think I love it.
Yeah, same here. Another meh kit, really, to be honest.
Yeah.
Same as their away as well. It's just not really a lot to report about.
No.
Mexico.
I think this one could be potentially the best two kits going.
To be fair, as a pairing, they're pretty good. They are pretty good.
Yeah. Individually amazing.
Both different as well. That's not just copying and pasting. They've just gone for alternate colours. They've gone for a complete different vibe.
Yeah.
So.
And that's great. And they've done it really well. Like the green, the Mexico green is always awesome. But the sharp design they have, and with the red on the shoulders, just delightful. Absolutely delightful. And their away kit, that design is just something else.
That's, mate, I don't know what it is. Looks like hieroglyphics, but I'm into it. I like it.
It must be like some sort of like Inca stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I know, mate. I agree. For me, I think the away kit just edges it out of the two because it's so different. But yeah, I mate, hands down. I'd say
another 9 out of 10.
Yeah, another 9 out of 10. I think.
Yeah.
Poland. You go.
I'm quite happy with these two. I think these are two solid bits for two kits that are very minimalist. Both solid,
mate. And I was just about to agree, mate. Minimalist kits go, mate. I don't think you get much better than minimalist kits because obviously they're still quite plain. I like the pattern on the shoulders of the home kit, and again the away kit. I like the simplistic sort of neck and sort of sleeves.
Yeah,
I like that. Can't go wrong.
Yeah, I think they've gone. We'll just make a decent kit. Leave it at that. We're doing special, but it's still a 7, 8 out of 10 kit.
Yeah. France, Group D.
I think for me, for France, these were a bit boring.
Okay, fair enough.
I like them, but I think I just there's nothing. They're not doing anything for me.
I can't lie, I do like the home kit. I like the dark blue and gold. I think that looks really good. But, you know, we've seen this before. I swear we have. I swear we've seen like this style of kit before. Like maybe just swap up the gold with white and it's practically probably the same as...
I'm pretty sure it was their last World Cup kit. So, yeah, it's not doing anything for me. I think it's typical France. Like, I feel like we like you said, we've seen it before. And the away kit has quite a nice design in it.
I'm trying to zoom in. What is that?
I have no idea.
I don't know what.
I can't tell whatsoever. I'm guessing it'd be like famous places in France or something like that. But yeah, I can't tell.
Yeah, I mean, 8 out of 10 for me. To be fair, I don't mind it. I think it's all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Australia. Now, come on, lads. Right, we know you're good at rugby, but we don't expect the flipping kits to translate us over as well. Away kit. Right, if you see that in Sports Direct, you're saying that's a rugby kit. There's no way that's a football kit at all. I mean, the gold, the sort of yellowy gold sort of home kit. Again, there's not a lot going for it. It's just that weird sort of pattern again.
I feel like the Netherlands one, isn't it?
Yeah. So purely on that away kit basis, he's dropping a 2 out of 10 for me. Like that combo.
It is a bad away kit. It just looks like, again, randomly generated kit that's awful at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not doing anything for me, that one.
Denmark, what are you saying?
Love it.
Do you?
That red kit, I think with the I don't know how it will look in person, but having both the logos in the same dark red, so it's all like almost like a camo kit. I quite like, and I like the red. And the fact they do it in all three of them, I find quite cool. Although I do find it weird that the three colours, they're just kind of boring colours at the end of the day.
Mate, yeah, I agree. I expected more from Denmark. I mean, similar to what we were saying about Poland, there's good simplistic and bad simplistic, and I feel like they just can't be asked. I feel like if you're on FIFA and you've just started a career mode and you've got no kits whatsoever and you've got the standard boots, the standard tops, this is it. There's just nothing about it. Like, I'm a little bit disappointed, I can't lie. Although, having said that, the black does look pretty cool, all black.
Yeah, black. It's like the Germany black one.
Yeah.
They had a couple of years ago. But yeah, again, a bit boring, but not the worst.
Yeah. Tunisia, I've had to open up a new link for this.
Me too.
Tunisia, nice pattern. Is that a kappa? Is that a kappa?
I think it is.
Yeah, a kappa kit. It's all right. Again, a bit meh for me. Just 7 out of 10, solid.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything too special about it, but
same as the away. It's exactly the same, just in white. So
yeah, exactly.
Cameroon, I don't think has a kit. Wait, actually no. Right, wait.
Cameroon.
Sorry, you've gone all the way to the bottom.
I was like, where are you?
Group E, España.
What do you think?
I like it. It. Away kit's better for me. I like that pattern, wavy pattern. Yeah, I like it.
I think I prefer the home kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're kind of like deep red and gold. It's just a nice combination. They've always done it well.
Yeah.
And that gives me 2010 vibes.
It does, doesn't it? David Villa vibes, goals galore. Yeah, I really like.
Carlos Puyol just fucking yeah, it gives me proper 2010 vibes.
Yeah.
I think that they're both solid kits. I do find the blue one a bit weird. I'm not sure I'm 100% about the design.
I like that.
But we'll take it.
Costa Rica. That's all it says. The silence. The silence says it all, mate. Again, another copy and paste kit, just different color. I mean, you could even come on, lads. Even switch up on your sleeve. Just do a different color. Why'd you have to keep the blue on there? Now.
Yeah, boring. Nothing to it.
Germany.
I think they've again knocked out of the park.
Germany's home kit is a bit of me. But that kit is sick. I like it. I like it a lot.
I think if you're gonna do an emblem in the middle, that's the way to do it.
That's how you do it. And I feel like, I don't know what it is. You just feel like you have to pay attention and take notice. Like that seems like a powerful kit. It seems like a team that's about to run you over. Do you know what I mean? Like, and the gold as well, the black and gold.
It's like black, red, and
so. Yeah, and I like that. Yeah, I like the fact that they've got they've got the national colours on the collar. I like that. And again, the away kit, I don't like it as much as the home, but it's kind of like a sick pattern. I like the pattern. I like the colours.
Yeah, so I think they've again knocked out of the park. Yeah, home kit is
I'd say
the way to do it.
What are you saying rating wise for those?
8.5.
9 for me. If I was to give individuals that home kit's a 9.5. Now, we come to the OGs of World Cup kits. To me, Japan, they smash it every single time.
Every single time.
Every single time they smash it. Their kits are historic. You could pick any of their kits out and it would be like a vintage like number. I'd wear it out. And there's not many kits I'd say about wearing out and about.
Yeah.
Mate, that home kit for me, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
That's it. He's
I can
clear.
agree.
He's clear.
It's just so good.
He's so good. It's just that
The design, it's new. It's new, but also it feels like if you didn't know the country, you'd know it was Japan.
yeah.
So I think it's one of a kind. And their away kit is subtle, but also great.
Yeah, subtle. I like it's got that vintage kind of feel though on the sleeves of the triangles and the shapes or whatever. But yeah, I like that. Not as much as a lot of home kit. And also the badge, man. The badge is sick.
Yeah, that badge is very cool.
Sick. So yeah, hats off Japan. You've won it again.
No one in it.
Group F, Belgium. Flames. Bit of flaming, bit of heat.
Flames, yes, but flames that look like the flames you have on the side of like a Dixie chicken. Not they're the wrong flames.
You don't like them? Don't like the flames?
No, I think those flames are too. They're just weird.
Do you know what that is giving? That's giving disco, year 5, flame shirt, skidding, skidding on the dance floor.
Exactly. It's not a football shirt, and those flames just don't do it for me.
No,
I can quite easily give that a 0 out of 10.
Wow.
That bad.
Wow. Away kit. A little bit better.
The Guy Fieri shirt, that is.
Yeah, I agree.
And their away kit isn't any better.
The away kit's a little bit better. I do like the country's sort of colours on the sleeves and the bottom. Again, the best thing about this kit is the badge for me, but that's about it. Canada.
Very weird. I like it. It's minimalist again. It's just there's nothing going on. It's just red and white.
Disappointed. You've not been in the World Cup for so long. Come on, lads, give us a bit different. Again, another Sports Direct kit for me, to be honest with you.
Yeah, true.
Morocco.
Oh yeah, but still weird.
Yeah, weird for me. Again, we've got this weird sort of box, sort of circle shape in the middle of the away kit. Yeah, it's just again, like I don't know. It's not a lot about it. To be honest.
No, exactly. I think that's quite a run of the mill, like 5 out of 10.
Yeah,
nothing going.
Yeah.
Don't really even like the color red on the home kit.
No.
Bit of a weird red.
Yeah.
For me,
red and green just doesn't go. But each throw.
No. The only country can really do it is Portugal.
Yeah.
And that's because it's deep red or deep red, like maroon almost color. But yeah.
Croatia.
I look at this home kit and I feel like it's missing something, but I don't know what.
Really, I like the home kit. I like it. I like that you've got it comes with like Tetris, isn't it? Or like a chessboard, half a chessboard. But I like the fact that it's just sort of, it doesn't make sense. It's just kind of random.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like there's not enough checkers on the front. That something should be in some of this white space. It just feels odd.
Yeah, I don't mind it. 8 out of 10 for me. And the away kit, I'm not sure about the away kit, to be honest. I'm not sure about the way the patterns just sort of
I prefer that one.
Blur out. Like, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it doesn't kind of go with from the arm sleeves to the actual front of the shirt.
Yeah, just weird for me. Brasilia.
Gucci. This is very kind of, again, like a FIFA. It's just the yellow and the blue.
Do Brazil ever verge away from the classic all yellow and then blue? Like, do they ever? I don't think they
Oh,
ever. It's just what you expect from Brazil, isn't it?
yeah,
Um, and then, to be honest, I'm not feeling that pattern on the away kit.
no,
It's
it
a
looks
weird
odd.
sort of
Kind of
tiger
like a cheetah kind of
print. Yeah,
design. And there's a design on the home kit as well. It's quite hard to see on this screen. What happened there? So yeah, I feel like they're fine, but it's very samey.
yeah. Me too. Me too. Um, yeah, just 7 out of 10 for me. Just
Yeah,
not a lot going. Serbia, again, we're seeing this weird sort of emblem box thing in the middle. I don't know on the away kit. The home kit doesn't do a lot. Although I can see Mitrovic just banging in headers with that kit.
true, true. But yeah, I don't think there's anything that stands out here. It's weird. I think the away kit's even weirder that it's just white and the gold makes it look like nothing's there. Um, the home kit is better, but the red and gold doesn't go
No,
well.
no. And for me, Switzerland's kit as well is exactly the same.
Hmm,
Weird box logo thing in the middle, and the home kit, red home kit's just meh. So
not good.
Cameroon, there isn't a kit for Cameroon, is that? So to be
So
disappointed on that one.
it says here that they're made by One All Sports, which is a brand that originated in motorsport.
Right, so that could be anything. Who knows what
So,
you're going to get that one?
so I'm quite excited to know what that would be.
Well, actually, yeah, we'll come back to that one when it does release. We'll probably post like a tweet or something out and see what
So this is it here.
you got it.
I think so.
Oh, what if you click the link below it?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, to be fair, I like that. I like the pattern on the sleeves. Uh,
Yeah.
I like that. To be fair, it's not bad.
Yeah. The white green. Yeah, I quite like that as well.
The green away kit, I'm not sure what that logo is though. I
No,
don't
there's
know
a lot
what.
going on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there. But home kit for me is better, much better than the
Yeah.
away. Group H, Portugal.
So I was skeptical about this home kit at first because it seemed like a weird place to put the diagonal cross for the different colours. However, I've now seen it on and Cristiano Ronaldo wearing it, and it looks sick.
Yeah, he can put. Yeah, but he can pull most kits off, can't he? To be fair to him,
True,
like
but it just yeah, it works for me. With the shorts as well. I think the shorts are all green,
are
and
they?
it actually blends in really well.
You don't see many. Well, to be fair, I don't think we've seen any international kit that's just got just like half, but like cut like there. Do you know what I mean? Like split there. Um. So yeah, to be fair, I like that.
Yeah, and I think the away kit is quite a nice design. Still
Anyway,
got your main colours, and but yeah, I like the white with it. I
that's
like
one of the better Nike kits for me.
yeah,
So
100%.
Ghana again,
Weird.
weird box thing. It feels like the sponsor's going to go in there. What is going to go in there? I don't know what
Well,
it.
it has like the first three letters of
Yeah,
Ghana.
yeah. You see,
Okay.
yeah, when you zoom in.
But I yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't put that in more colourful letters. Yeah, and that I think the way the red is weird with the yellow. Yeah, I find it odd, and I think they could have done so much better with that.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Uruguay, classic Uruguay, isn't it? Suarez is
Yeah,
going to be biting people in that shirt.
exactly. I mean, the home kit I think is fine. Um, it's a standard home kit for them, but the away kit again, I think the away kit is better than the other away kits that have boxes because it has the number in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's something in there. Although, is that
Yeah,
like is that everyone's going to be wearing 9 or their number on the back? I'm guessing the front.
I'm guessing the number 9 will wear that one, and then
Yeah. Everyone will
yeah,
wear their own number, right?
yeah. I don't think we have the number 9 on the front of it. That would be a bit weird. Go mark the number 9. Which one?
Which one?
No, I think that's the better way of doing it, and also I quite like the stripes going through it. So I think they've done quite well from that design.
And last kit of the just the World Cup kit ratings, whatever we're doing, is South Korea. What's your rate?
I really like these. Surprisingly, I think that I don't know if it's like a red, but like a almost I don't know. I think it looks like it's glowing red. I think that's a new color that I've not seen on a shirt before, and I quite like it design. And then I can't think of what the away kit is reminding me of. I think it's like bus seats, but again, I quite like it.
That is so true. Yeah, it looks like someone's just got a black top, pinned it to the wall, and just flicked paint at it. Do you know what I mean? Just just gone like that. Yeah, I actually like that, to be fair. And again, similar to Japan's, I think that is one of the best badges out there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I think I like the away kit more than the home.
Yeah.
So yeah, sweet mate, sweet. Wrapped it up. So that is all our opinions.
Japan's winning the World Cup then.
What's what?
That means Japan's winning the World Cup then.
Japan's winning the World Cup. Yeah. What's your worst rated kit? Would you say? Because mine was
Worst
definitely
kit? Oh, possibly USA.
USA.
Thinking USA. Yeah, we'll go with USA.
Okay.
Shit.
Yeah, he's terrible. He's terrible. NFL. Let's fly through some sports now. NFL. Got to quickly talk about Vikings. Sam's probably gonna be ripping me. But we did lose on Monday Night Football against the Eagles. Kirk Cousins' record 2-10 after winning 2 on the bounce. He was 9-0. He won 2 on the bounce, and he's dropped a massive L again. We just weren't at it. I watched the game again today. Dropped catches, didn't stop the run.
Kirk was bad himself, yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, they all were really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the I can't remember who the cornerback against him was, but he got covered really well.
Mate, yeah, he's decent. Very good, very good. And props to the Eagles, man. They look like a legit team this year. I like Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is good. He can run with the ball, but he's also got an arm as well. So, mate, I just hate the Eagles, man. I hate the Eagles, and there was part of me that was terrified it was going to be another 38-7 scoreline because we didn't.
I mean, it was getting there.
It was getting there, wasn't it? So, yeah, that result has definitely brought me back down to earth for sure.
Yeah.
Thinking that we're going to win the last.
Yeah. To lose the Eagles, it's kind of a fall from grace.
Yeah.
But fingers crossed you can pick it up. Saying about.
We'll see. We've got Detroit, and then obviously we've got London, which we're going to be attending against the Saints, which should be a bit of a shootout. So we'll see how that goes.
We'll be watching Ollie cry live.
Yeah, definitely. So I'll be a mess, to be honest. But Pats, you got the win in a close game.
Did against the Steelers. Steelers were without TJ Watt. But yeah, played really well. Receivers played awesome. Nelson Aguilar had a game.
110 yards. Got.
Yeah, and just really brought it together. I mean, the Steelers weren't good, to be honest. Mitch Trubisky is just awful. But yeah, very happy. Back 1-1. Seems like we're gonna. It's kind of the season. It feels like this is where the season's going to go. We're going to win one, lose one. Hopefully, go on a run like we did last year and win 7 on the bounce. But yeah, it's a tentative start to the season.
Yeah.
But I hope.
Yeah, back to 500, and then the Vikings again, and the Pats are on the same record, which it seemed to happen a lot last year. I don't know, every game we were on the same record until you went on that run. That was.
I don't see us unless we win our division or somehow get a better record than Miami. I don't think we'll get to playoffs this year.
That's a good link, mate, because we'll talk about Miami, because that was probably the best game of the week. Absolutely insane. I mean, the first play was a punt return, a Ravens punt return. So they got off to an amazing start. I think they got like a 20-odd point lead. And then Tua came back, mate. I said last week that that Tua is going to be the reason why they can't go to that next level, and he just dropped 469 yards and 6 TDs on me. So
yeah, he had a hell of a game, and people said that there may have been a reason they built the fastest wide receiver pair in the league. Jalen, Waddle and Tyreek Hill, first two receivers to both have over 150 yards and 2 touchdowns in a single game, I think.
Yeah, so they're I've got their stats here. So both of them pretty even. Both had 11 receptions. Tyreek had 190 yards. Waddle had 171 yards, and they both had 2 TDs each, which is just unreal, man.
Really, really annoying for a Pats fan that Miami had, but I like to see that Tyreek is playing well with a team that's not the Chiefs, but it's annoying because I hate playing the Dolphins.
It's unreal, man. I feel like that deep ball is just gonna be a threat for all season, because bro, Tua drops back into the pocket for like a second and he throws a bomb. He doesn't have to drop back for 5, like hold the ball and wait for his receivers, mate. They're so rapid that he will drop back for 1 and just hoy it, and then be unreal game. And they got the dub with about 15 seconds left. So fair play, mate. They look a problem. Bucks Saints, there was a big fight. Mike Evans and Lattimore. That was pretty funny. I think Lattimore was chirping at Brady, and then Bucks teammates stepped in, and I think Fournette got in there, and then Mike Evans just completely flipped.
Yeah, he has a bit of history with Lattimore, to be fair, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think they have a bit of beef together. So they kicked off.
I think Evans has been suspended 1 game.
Yeah, 1 game it is. Cooper Rush got Dallas back to 500. He's 2-0 as a starter. So if that says anything, that says that just get rid of Dak and just go Cooper Rush.
Honestly, I think that's why. I mean, I'd say no, just because I've got Dak in my fantasy team, and I need something to happen.
Yeah.
But I think it's great for Cooper Rush, like, just to be put in that situation and do well. I really enjoy it when like backup QBs or backup players do really well. Like Tyler Heineke for Washington, who's sick. I'm hopefully he gets more playing even when Dak's fit again.
And also, before we move away from NFL, shout out the Giants, 2-0, one of I think only about 6 undefeated teams left. And mate, from being bottom for so long, obviously I know their season can still fall apart, but to see them 2-0 is pretty decent, to be fair.
Yeah, it's quite. They kind of go under the radar a bit. But they're playing really well, surprisingly. And I think it's the first time they've gone 2-0 since the infamous boat picture.
Yeah.
So good for them.
Good for them, yeah. Good for them.
Although I still don't particularly like the Giants. But
F1, there's been no races this week. I think they've got another couple-week break before Singapore. But myself and my girlfriend managed to secure Silverstone tickets. Absolutely buzzing. General admission for the Sunday. But there's been a bit of controversy. So the tickets went on sale on Thursday, and the website was so slow. I'm not even joking. I was stuck in the queue for like a couple of hours, and it was just it kept crashing, and it wanted me to refresh, but then it said don't refresh because you'll start your thing again.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of, iffy moments then, and we managed to get through and finally get one. But I got an email to say that they're freezing the ticket website because they've had issues with the ticket provider or the website or whatever. So they were starting the ticket sale back up again on Friday, 11:30. And when they started the site back up again, the tickets have gone up in price, and they just kept going up in price throughout the day. And I was like, what the hell? That's like madness. I think
it's ridiculous. It's wrong as well. I don't understand how they do it. I don't understand how you could think of doing it that way and being okay with it. I think it might reduce the amount of traffic on the website, but charging at one point like 200 quid for a ticket and then 20 minutes later charging 500 quid for the same ticket
it's mad. It's mad.
is disgusting.
We got ours for, I think it was like 179 each.
Yeah.
And the next day I saw like TikToks and people were like buying tickets for the exactly same tickets, but 100 quid cheap, 100 quid more expensive. Like, I don't know how they're allowed to just up the price that much. Is it just
No, yeah, I've no idea. I don't know their reasoning. It's just it's wrong, and it's just so awful.
It's bad.
Yeah, I can't go on with it. But yeah, next one is Singapore, isn't it?
Yeah, Singapore.
And I think I think I saw somewhere. I don't know. I can't say how true this is, but with the Red Bull are bringing a new floor piece to Singapore, and it's more durable than anyone else's, but also a lot lighter.
Right.
So the FIA put in a max weight that all the cars had to reach at the beginning of the season. But with all the new safety regulations, getting to that weight, most teams have said is nigh on impossible. And that the FIA was like, okay, but you need to get as close to that weight as possible. So most of the teams have been quite a lot heavier than I don't know how heavy it is. It might be like 289 kilos or something like that. Something ridiculous, but most of them are like 20 kilos over that. But apparently, with this new design that Red Bull are bringing, they are going to be at that limit. So they're going to be maybe 20, 15 kilos lighter than everyone else. I don't know how true that is, but it was interesting. Apparently, they've created a new weave pattern in their carbon fiber that allows them to have less weight, have less layers apparently, but the same amount of durability.
Well, my initial thoughts was like, flipping out, how are Red Bull doing this over and over and over again? Like, how are they continuously improving the car that shouldn't already be improved because it's too much of a cheat code anyway? Yeah. But does more lightweight necessarily mean more pace?
I mean, normally, yeah. And like 15 to 20 kilos is a lot of weight.
Yeah, I suppose so. Is huge.
Yeah. I think,
but
in terms of like, it's a lot less weight to move. So I think, yeah, they should be quicker.
Because I feel like it might be wrong, but I feel like Mercedes had this problem because I thought that their car was quite light, so that's why they were having a lot of porpoising issues, because their car was wanting to lift, and then the ground effect was like bringing them back down again, which was causing this porpoising. So yeah. I don't know, but that's why I just thought like it's lighter.
Maybe we'll see more porpoising from the Red Bull that in Singapore there maybe.
Yeah. Because their porpoising is non-existent, mate. They're all like flat to the floor, like.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, if it does work and there's no porpoising, there'll be and this is true, they'll be rapid.
But yeah, mate, that's mad. I didn't actually know that, to be fair. And also the F1 calendar was released today. I think it was. It had some like asterisks down the bottom, so like they're subject to change or something. But Monaco's back for another 3 years.
Yeah, to 2025. So that's fun. I mean, I think Monaco. I don't mind Monaco being on there. I think because it's Monaco where it is, the history and stuff, I think that's fine. If there's no overtaking really, but it's not an exciting race to watch, but it's an exciting qualifying to watch.
Yeah, qualifying.
But so I don't mind that being on there. It's others like France, but that's a boring race.
Yeah, that's
I think France has to be there. But yeah, but I've seen that Spa has been added back in.
Right.
But it's not that that's a bad thing, but it's on the same weekend as the 24-hour Spa race.
Yeah.
Which everyone's got a bit like, why have they put that in that weekend?
Yeah, unusual.
So
change, wouldn't it? It would change.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, a lot of people aren't happy with that.
Now, this is the last bit of the podcast, and we're about to get teary boo because Roger Federer retired, mate.
I know. It's so sad. I
Came
really
out
wanted
blue,
to see him.
actually.
It was a bit out of the blue. I mean, he's not played in God knows how long. But we never thought, I always thought he was going to come back for a bit. And I really wanted to see him play another Wimbledon. So, yeah, very sad because he's hands down probably. Obviously, he hasn't obviously got the most Grand Slams now, but he was so dominant for so long and so easily the best player in the world for so long. And his game was just beautiful to watch. I have a single-handed backhand because of him.
Because of him, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So many people play like him because he's him, and have influenced their tennis because of him. So yeah, it's a very sad day for tennis, to be honest. It's the first of the big ones to go.
Yeah, 100%. And I agree, mate, because I think I tweeted out, like, you probably agree as well, like Roger Federer is one of those sort of sports people that, you know, he transcended a sport. Like you said, like he became so much of an icon within his own sport that he just changed the game for everyone.
Yeah.
And he was one of those people that you could probably put in a category of one of the best sports people of all time. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know, with
100%.
Serena is up there in the women's game, but she's up there in sports people of all time, like Michael Phelps, Tiger Woods, Tom Brady, all these people you can probably class in that group. And there's very few that that dominate a sport that much and will jump into that superstar status. Like, yeah, I mean, he's 40. Well, how old is he? Like 41. Like, he's old. He's getting on, but
yeah, he's definitely gone on a bit. I mean, when he was still playing and he was kind of this age, he's still playing really well. Yeah, I can understand, but his style of game doesn't really suit the style now.
No.
But I mean, he still found ways to win. He was so technical and just so good at placement that it didn't matter that he wasn't the fastest. And yeah, I just think that his mindset and his mind of tennis was just so far above everyone else's that he just carried him through. And yeah, it's a sad day for tennis.
Yeah, and I was talking to you and I was like saying that era of tennis when you had sort of Federer probably at his peak or nearing the end of his peak, then you had Djokovic, Murray, Nadal. That era of tennis where you were getting in a Grand Slam final, you were getting 100% a tiebreak in the fifth set. Like there was no question about it. Like it was going to go down to the wire. And I think,
and it's going to be one of those, with two of those four in it almost every time. Definitely. I think the stat was, a few years ago, before kind of these new guys started winning, I think out of the last 64 Grand Slams, I think it was only 3 of them weren't one of those 4. Out of 64 Grand Slams, 3 of them were different, and it was like Wawrinka won 1. I think Wawrinka won 3 in the end, in total. I think what's his name? Del Potro won 1, and Cilic. Those were the 3, and they were just random. And to be fair, I think I should say Cilic was, I think, the only one that won the Grand Slam against somebody that wasn't one of those 4.
Wow, Jesus.
I mean, Murray technically only won 3 Grand Slams, but he was in finals.
Yeah.
He got to 5 Australian Open finals. He got to, I think, what was it now, 3 or 4 Wimbledon finals. Got into the French Open final. Got into 2 or 3 US Open. Like, he was always there, but just didn't win them.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could definitely rely on those 3. I think I was saying to you again, wasn't it, that the new world number 1 is Alcaraz.
Mm-hmm.
With 6,000 points, whereas Djokovic had 16,000 points, and that's because they won everything, and then were able to retain it the year after. So they kept those. They just kept those points. So they always had 15,000 in the tens of thousands, and everyone else was like, you couldn't get anywhere close. I think that's one of the reasons why there's a lot of change in the number 1 at the moment. So in the last few months, there's probably been about 3 number 1s, because Medvedev's been it, Djokovic has been it, Alcaraz has been it. It's been a bit topsy turvy, but I think it's gotten a bit more like the women's ATP ranking, WTA rankings, in terms of there's a lot more different people win those tournaments. There isn't the level at the moment. There's not the same dominance that there was with Serena Williams. I mean, Swiatek's on her way to doing it, and like Ash Barty did it a bit, but there's nobody's done it for like years, like Serena, because Serena was number 1 for God knows how long, and they just retain those points, so they just stay there forever.
Yeah.
But that's why there's always a kind of a different number 1 changes more regularly than the men's, or it did anyway.
Yeah.
So I think is quite good. It gives more opportunity to more players. Like a lot of them are becoming a lot higher rankings. You get to see a lot more different players, but yeah.
Individually,
I don't know if you'll see the same dominance.
No, individually as well, you get to see, players that didn't have a sniff now actually do have a sniff. So, yeah. And would you agree that Federer is going to be our joint hero of the week? Would you agree?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, play Federer. What an amazing career, and you can put your feet up now, lad. So, shocker? Any shocker?
I was just trying to think if I had a shocker.
I was just gonna say Silverstone ticket situation for me, because even though I was lucky enough to get one, many people had to pay way more than they should have done, to be honest with you.
True.
And I don't. Yeah, I don't understand how, for a venue that can hold 400,000 odd over across a weekend, you need to charge that much.
No, exactly. My shocker of the week is that America home kit.
Also, a shocker for you as well. I don't know. I'm just about to dob Chelsea in it, but we've been trying to get this technical director, and he's going to be like insane. Like he's like signed Haaland to RB Salzburg and all these kind of players, and he's had connections to all these players, and it was like even Fabrizio Romano was tweeting about it, like Chelsea are in for him. Like
I saw that.
We've agreed it for him. He's come out today that he's just completely declined Chelsea and he's staying at RB Leipzig or RB. So yeah.
That's a shocker for you then.
Well, we're still in the hunt for a technical director. So Christoph Freund, that was it. And I think I've seen a couple of tweets saying, well, that's Christoph Freund to Barcelona confirmed, because every target that we've gone for is into Barcelona. So, but yeah. Anyway, that brings the end of the podcast. So cheers for listening, everyone, and enjoy the weekend of sport or the week of sport for international break and that kind of thing. So,
and if you enjoy that, you do it, but it's fun.
Yeah. And we'll catch you again next time. So in a bit.
Yeah, see you in a bit.